I was hungry, close to death, walking on the railroad, heading to my home. There was so much to think about. Was Glaxon Goldenclaw really right? Should I even be trusting the Queen? I only knew one thing. I needed to get home. And that's when it hit me. I realized that I had never really finished this place. There was not really a warm meal to be had, a comfortable, cozy bed to sleep in. At the end of the day, all I had was an empty shell of a house. I reasoned that before I could go off anywhere to get blue ice, I had to make this something I could be proud of. What's going on, my crew? This is Rusty, and welcome to another episode of Rusty Builds. In today's episode, we are back at the house, the main base, the main thing that we usually do. I also wanted to take the time today, in today's episode, to really focus on getting ourselves back to where we should be. One of the things that I had envisioned a while ago with this base, before we headed off to Spencer City doing a whole bunch of stuff, is that we would make this into a really nice, sustainable base that we could use as a, base of operations. We've even got a greenhouse over there. We could be making some potions and different things, and I really love how beautiful this place is. Flairgo Ruins is up there. I still got to finish a whole bunch of stuff. What I wanted to do in today's episode, actually, is give this place a little bit of a makeover. So, I don't want to go outside right now because we're going to die very quickly with that skeleton that's inevitably out there. This house really just needs to tear down and rebuild, and obviously I'm not going to have the major amounts of time that would take to get done. However, what I can do is take some time to actually go through and interior decorate. We've also got over this way, we've got a greenhouse that we need to finish off. And there's been quite a few things that I've wanted to add, subtract, and all sorts of stuff to this area. It's supposed to be an area where we do a lot of farms and a lot of different things, but a lot of it, frankly, hasn't really worked out the way I've wanted it to. Right now, I'm going to go see if I can't find us a nice Mesa Biome. There's some sort of arid places over this way. And then we're going to grab some different blocks and try and spruce the place up a little bit. I have found a Mesa Biome. The only problem is that it is super far away. Very far away. 2,000 blocks in two directions. Not my favorite. So we've got a lush biome underneath. Hello. Must be generating new terrain. But this is a pretty big one. And it's got a lot of the badland qualities as well of having... Oh, wow. This is a really lush area. So... yeah, we've got a lot of opportunity here, and I would like to basically come in here and essentially dig up as much of this, well, not as much as I can, just come in here and make this into a mine. Alright, I want to show you guys something crazy. So, Terracotta is pretty amazing. And anytime you can add some terracotta or something to your build, you should. Because check this out. I have 100% over-detailed the crap out of this build. If you notice, a lot of what I was covering was trying to cover the lines of wood that sort of make it look like a bland build. And when we're looking at this, this looks fine. This area right here looks fine, but if we go over here, we're not able to really see much in this area. The pine was clashing against the pine for that, but also, so if we come over this way, specifically this panel right here, we can see how over detailed it is. This stuff right here is too much. And I can tell that because I really can't see anything behind it, like at all. So when I replace this and come over here and do the same, we got a little bit of something right there. Part of what I was attempting to do when I made that is I was trying to actually make it so that you couldn't really see a whole bunch in that corner. But now we're able to see the beauty behind it. And if you're covering up your build by adding detail, you're not detailing it right. Because you should complement what's already there with your details, not be making something into something it's not. But this is actually proving to be a very difficult build, and this is why when I've said before about making builds and really focusing in on some of the stuff that I've talked about before in previous the more recent previous episodes is really important, because it helps you to really put the build together. And I wish I had known that. But what's cool is it allows me to see how much I've really grown in the last little bit as far as my build style and build the way I've thrown builds together. It's no longer something where I'm just throwing together a build. There's a lot of intention behind what I'm doing, so it's been nice to kind of come back here, look at this, and see the improvements that I've already made. And how I can begin to improve more on those bits. So I'm going to keep going, and I'll let you guys know if I find anything more interesting. One thing we definitely need to do is veneer this wall. Going here and fixing all of this stuff is I've been changing the environment and making it a lot more cozy. So there's going to end up being a chimney, I think, that goes up this way. Might be possibly better to make the chimney somewhere else, but I don't really see much room for it. Here we've got this little purple piece that I really like from the outside. Kind of adds some interest into the build that wouldn't normally necessarily be there. Now, really, the easiest answer to do here is just remove it. And that might be sort of what is the best option. However, we sort of have the ability here with all of the blocks that we've got and everything to do other things with it. Alright, so now we're up at the top part here. And at this point, you might be saying, okay, Rusty, but there's still, you know, all these pieces here. That piece right here is going to be still a problem. However, the other piece, not so much. Where's my bed? But we're gonna experiment with a way to hide this. Okay, I have made a decision. Now, I want to talk through why I'm going to make this decision, because it's very important to explain the madness. So, I was looking at how I was about to make this work, and one of the things that I noticed very quickly is I'm compensating for this piece here instead of just opting to get rid of it. And this actually would be an excellent place for a chimney. Alright, so I've gotten the chimney up and it's looking good. I'm pretty happy with it. We also have on the inside now a little fireplace, which I am also happy about. now we need to still tackle the stairs, of course. One of the issues that I'm finding myself potentially concerned with when resurfacing everything here is that now, when we walk in, we're kind of greeted with not so much cozy. And I'm not exactly sure how we're going to solve that, per se. Okay, so let's try this. What I'd like to do is I would like to start with right here, going up by 2. And we'll start off with my dream vision, if you will, and then we'll go to reality if we need to. But my thought process is to possibly do these, and then this. Is this going to work, is the next question. Now, we're losing a lot of space, actually, by doing double. Space that we don't have. But you also have to ask yourself how much space you really actually need. Also, I didn't ooh, that's not going to work. You see what I'm saying? This is one of the main reasons why, at this point, honestly, I really should just tear down this whole house and start over. Okay, so I did a lot of work, and I am ready to show you guys what I've done. Interestingly enough, I have basically, and that needs to go back, I have basically spent a lot of time and thoughts on this build. One of the things that I was really struggling with, I might even put that back, one of the things that I was struggling with this build before we pop out and take a look at it was pretty much everything. This build was built not intending on doing what I'm doing with it. So I'm gonna have like a little closet full of armor stands in here for different armor pieces. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's fixed. This is gonna be the bedroom that I'm gonna have. Out here, this is just a hallway. I might put in some books and some storage. Probably is the best thing. Down here, you guys will notice I actually did walls right here, and this looks pretty good. As you're walking down, you don't really notice a gap or anything like that. But then I did like another interesting piece here, and I'm not really sure what to do with this room, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Could be like some sort of brewing stand room, maybe we'll do something like that. But I need to clear out the chests first. So then in here, I figured I'd make maybe like a second bedroom, perhaps. Who knows? And then down here is where I'm most excited. I redid where the actual ladder goes and put it in this little closeted area. And meanwhile, all around here, we kept this nice little enchantment table room here. And it doesn't look too terrible when you're walking down this way. And then we've got the kitchen area here that I need to decorate up. But all in all, a pretty nice amount of work was put into this. So now I think I just need to grab a sword and head off to get some blue ice. Alright, so here we are. Over by this stuff. Now, I don't really know how this works. I think this is either packed ice, blue ice, or both. And looking, I think this is supposed to be blue ice. How did we get... Okay, so this is packed ice. How do we make blue ice? Blue ice is gonna be... Yes. Okay. Cool. So, I don't know how our inventory got so dang full when I literally, like, emptied it. Maybe I didn't empty it all the way. It must be. Okay. So, we need to get... How much do we have on here? Ooh. Now, gratefully, we have... Unbreaking on this. So, yeah. I made a really cool base. At least I thought it was cool at the time. In the... overworld and or the ice spikes biome, and some of you guys may have been around for that channel. A very select few of you.
But we're pretty much done what I want to get done down there. The function, I mean, up here is pretty much decoration, right? Well, down there's mostly function, and that's really what is big to me, is being able to get the arboretum complete and get in the floors and the roof done so that things are a lot easier. What is going on? Must be upstairs. Hey, why not, right? Let's take a look at what we want to do ahead. The next level is going to be the big rooms, the good rooms, the portal rooms, all that stuff. And this is pretty much the last level that's going to be really high and really hard to build. I mean, the storage room is going to be a pretty massive area, but it's only 3 high. So it's really not that bad. And then we have the arena, which is going to be a project in and of itself.
But each level of that base was supposed to be a different sort of function slash a different sort of build. So I did like the first, of course, was like a cold region, and the base was like hidden inside of an ice spike, which was really cool because it was a big one. And then I did like below that was the first place, and that's like where I like slept, so I wouldn't have to like go really far into the base. And then it was after that it was a base where I think animals, or no, it was like where the permafrost ends, so there was like grass on the next layer. And so I did the permafrost, and then below that was the animals, and then I was gonna like make a arena below that, and then there was something else even below that, and eventually it just got to the place where it was where my mine was, I think. I don't remember, but I did a whole bunch of really awesome playthroughs in that world that I was really happy about. Okay, so we got 64 and 49 more. 19 more. I don't think we're going to be able to do 19 more, so I think we have to come back. But I think I'm going to do that off camera, guys. Kind of a chill episode tonight. We'll do some streaming from at least 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out, and we're going to be doing some interior decorating, maybe working on some farms, depending on how everything goes. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed just a low-key episode, and I can't wait to show you guys what I plan to do with this blue ice. But if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like on it for me. It helps me out a lot. And if you really enjoyed, consider hitting that subscribe button. We got a lot of great content on the way. I have lots of stuff that I'm planning on in the future, hopefully. But without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, happy mining and crafting.